Meet Lauren Agee, a 21-year-old with a heart as big as her Tennessee hometown. Her adventurous spirit led her to the excitement of Wakefest, a 3-day event in the heart of nature. But what was meant to be a fun getaway turned into a nightmare.
He said, I just want to tell you that your daughter didn't make it. She's dead.
When Susan, Lauren's mother, got the call that her daughter had been found lifeless in the lake near their campsite, her world shattered. The DeKalb County Sheriff's Office ruled the death accidental, suggesting she fell from the cliff and drowned. But Susan couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. There were too many red flags in the story, from the nervous behavior of Lauren's friends to the seemingly carefree attitude of the sheriff. As questions swirled in her mind, Susan wondered, was it really an accident? Or is there a murder disguised in the accident? And if it was a murder, who was responsible? And why does her family feel like there's more to the story? As we delve into the shadows of uncertainty, seeking answers to the questions that linger, shrouded in doubt and suspicion. But before we proceed ahead, our hearts go out to the Agee family and all those who are touched by this heartbreaking loss. As we delve into the shadows of uncertainty, seeking answers to the questions that linger, shrouded in doubt and suspicion. Lauren Agee was more than just a name in a tragic story. She was a young sophomore with so much ambition, a student of criminal science. Lauren was deeply passionate about pursuing a career in the mysterious realm of criminal justice and true crime. Her fascination with unraveling mysteries and seeking justice fueled her ambitions and drove her towards her goals. But beyond her academic pursuits, Lauren was your quintessential 21-year-old, full of life, laughter, and love for her friends. With a bubbly personality and an infectious energy, she lit up any room she entered. Whether she was dancing the night away or simply enjoying the company of her friends, Lauren embraced every moment with enthusiasm and joy. Her outgoing nature and magnetic personality endeared her to those around her, leaving a lasting impact on everyone she met. To her friends, she was the life of the party, always ready to make memories and share laughs. But to her family, she was a source of boundless love and cherished moments. On July the 25th, 2015, Lauren Agee went to Wakefest with her friends Hannah, Aaron, and Christopher. It was a 3-day wakeboarding event at Center Hill Lake, Tennessee. Lauren was super excited to have some unforgettable memories with her friends. Soon they arrived at the spot and immediately got into the fun, trying out cliff diving and enjoying the relaxed atmosphere. But there was a moment when Lauren hit her head on a rock during a jump into the water, and she felt a bit dizzy but kept going, determined to have a great time. As the evening came, they all went to a local bar to keep the fun going. Lauren was the life of the party, dancing and chatting with everyone. It was a fun night, and Lauren's lively personality shone through, making it a memorable time for everyone. In the early hours of July the 26th, the group made their way back to their campsite, a precarious spot perched on a bluff overlooking the lake. Accessible only by boat, the campsite posed significant safety risks, with a 90-foot drop off one side and a 40-foot distance to the lake on the other. Despite the hazardous conditions, the group set up camp, with Lauren sharing a hammock with Christopher, an acquaintance she had only just met on this trip. The next morning, the group awoke to a startling discovery. Lauren was missing. Concerned, her friends searched the area but found no trace of her. Strangely, Lauren's belongings, including her cell phone, purse, keys, and sandals, remained at the campsite, indicating an unexpected departure. Despite this alarming development, Hannah, Aaron, and Christopher did not immediately report Lauren's disappearance to authorities, assuming she had simply wandered off and would return soon. However, as the day passed, their hope turned to dread when Lauren's lifeless body was discovered floating in a cove, approximately 700 feet from the campsite. Shocked and devastated, her friends alerted authorities, triggering a comprehensive investigation into the circumstances surrounding her death. Interviews with the remaining members of Lauren's group revealed conflicting accounts and raised suspicions about the events leading up to her demise. Despite the unsettling nature of the situation, the autopsy results attributed Lauren's death to accidental causes, citing blunt force trauma and possible drowning. Additionally, toxology reports revealed alcohol in her system, indicating potential impairment at the time of her fall. Despite the official ruling of accidental death, unanswered questions persist, leaving many to speculate about the true circumstances surrounding Lauren Agee's tragic end. While the case may be closed in the eyes of the law, the search for answers continues, fueled by a desire to uncover the truth and ensure justice for Lauren and her loved ones. Upon examining the evidence surrounding Lauren's death, some proponents argue that foul play may have been involved. An investigator, acting on behalf of Lauren's mother, conducted informal experiments at the lake, which raised doubts about the accidental death theory. Informal experiments with a dummy of similar size and weight to Lauren's body were conducted, and it never reached the water from various points near the campsite. These experiments revealed discrepancies in the direction Lauren's body would have drifted had she fallen from the bluff, instead of drifting towards the nearby marina as expected. Lauren's body was found in a cove. Additionally, witness testimonies and suspicious behavior from Lauren's acquaintances, Aaron, Lily, and Christopher Stout, raised further questions. Notably, Aaron and Christopher were observed following police officers in a canoe and appeared less than forthcoming about Lauren's whereabouts. Their lack of empathy and questionable actions cast doubt on the authenticity of their accounts and raised suspicions of potential involvement in foul play. Christopher even posted an image on Instagram after Lauren's body was discovered, captioning it, "Best weekend ever," which many found insensitive. Another theory revolves around Lauren's consumption of alcohol before her death. The Wakefest tournament was notorious for heavy alcohol use, and Lauren had indulged in alcohol prior to her tragic death. The influence of alcohol could have impaired her judgment and coordination, making her more susceptible to accidents. The combination of alcohol consumption and participation in activities like cliff diving in a hazardous environment could have increased the likelihood of a fatal accident. In addition to alcohol consumption, other factors such as the dangerous location of the campsite and Lauren's participation in risky activities may have contributed to her death. The campsite's placement on a steep bluff overlooking the lake posed significant safety risks, especially for individuals who were intoxicated. Lauren's adventurous spirit and willingness to engage in activities like cliff diving could have further heightened the danger, potentially leading to a fatal accident. Moreover, one more factor that has garnered attention is the V-shaped imprint discovered on Lauren's abdomen. The imprint, resembling the shape of a canoe, has fueled speculation regarding the circumstances surrounding her death. Some theorize that the imprint suggests foul play, indicating that someone may have used a canoe to transport Lauren's body and dispose of it in the water. However, this remains speculative, and conclusive evidence linking the imprint to foul play is lacking. Despite the compelling arguments presented by proponents of the foul play theory, the question of whether foul play was involved in Lauren's death remains inconclusive. The investigation, conducted by law enforcement agencies, was marred by limitations and deficiencies, including the lack of comprehensive testing and analysis. Without a thorough examination of all potential avenues and evidence, it is difficult to definitively determine the true cause of Lauren's death. Despite numerous peculiar circumstances, the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office swiftly concluded that Lauren's death was an accident, attributing it to a fall in the lake. But still, it is believed that witnesses who were camping that night were not properly interviewed, and the police did not do adequate legwork to find out what might have happened that night. In response to what they saw as an incomplete investigation, Lauren's family took legal action. They believed that more should have been done to fully understand what happened to Lauren and wanted a deeper look into the circumstances of her death. Lauren's mother, Sherry Smith, asked the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office and the district attorney to reopen the investigation, but they said no. So Sherry decided to sue the 4 people who were supposed to be with Lauren when she died. But things didn't go well in court. The judge, Jonathan Young, threw out all of Sherry's evidence. He said it was ridiculous and that the case was made up. Sherry felt like the judge was on the side of the people she was suing and not on her side. When Sherry appealed the decision, a higher court in Nashville said the judge made big mistakes. They said he didn't follow the rules correctly and made decisions that didn't make sense. The higher court said Sherry and her family could keep fighting for the truth in court. Now, Sherry is ready to go to trial, not to get money, but to find out what really happened to her daughter. Now, as we reflect on the aftermath of this tragic story, one thing remains clear. There are still unanswered questions surrounding Lauren's death. Despite legal proceedings and appeals, the truth still eludes us. Reflecting on Lauren's case, it's evident that alcohol played a significant role in her death, regardless of whether it was an accident or a murder. Alcohol impaired her judgment and left her vulnerable, highlighting the dangers of excessive drinking. However, people still hold differing perspectives on this case, which sparks interesting dialogues. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you believe there was foul play involved? Or was it a tragic accident exasperated by alcohol consumption? Or perhaps you have another perspective altogether? We encourage you to share your opinions and insights in the comments below. Your perspectives often spark meaningful dialogue and can shed light on different facets of this complex issue. If you found this video compelling and informative, be sure to like and share it with others who may be interested. Your support helps us continue our efforts to bring attention to cases like Lauren's and seek justice for those whose voices have been silenced. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe for more updates and discussions on important topics like this one.